Let's talk about raw feeding. Our puppies are weaned onto raw food, and we prefer to feed Steve's Real Food. It comes in 5 pound packages like this, or some stores you can buy it in an 8 ounce patty. There's a link on my website where you can go directly to their website to order and have it shipped to your house. An average 10-pound dog eats 10 pounds of food a month. If you order 20 pounds, it's free shipping. It comes in a nice styrofoam container inside a cardboard box with dry ice. I've never had a problem with it being shipped right to my house. So when you're feeding raw food, you can't feed it frozen. So these are frozen chunks. You can't feed it like that. The dog will be very cold and it's not good for their digestive system. So some people will measure out and put it in bags what the pet would need every day. Some people just scoop it right out. Some put it in a glass dish like this. You don't want to feed it frozen, so you need to take it out the night before or in the morning for that evening, and either keep it in your refrigerator or put it on the counter depending on the temperature of the day. If you have it in this Ziploc bag and it isn't completely thawed out, you can put it in very warm water. You don't ever want to cook this. Don't heat it up in the microwave. Don't cook it on the stove. So when you're measuring out your food, you can either use a scale like this. The average puppy goes home eating 7 ounces of food a day. So that would be a feeding of 3 ounces and 4 ounces. Sometimes they'll eat lunch in there and you have to split up their food throughout the day. So depending on what I tell you when your puppy goes home, that's what you should feed. So this frozen right here is 4 ounces. This is a 1 cup measuring cup. So a little bit heaping over. When it thaws out, it's going to be much lower. So a 3 ounce would be a few pieces less than this, a heaping 3/4 of a cup. The food dish I like to use is a stainless steel round dish. So not a bowl, not a metal bowl this shape, but rather a dish. And you would just put the food in there. When it's thawed out, you just feed the puppy the food. Most puppies will eat everything right away. And it is better to maybe overfeed the puppy the first week or so you have a better understanding of how much they eat. Now, puppies will continue to increase the amount of food they eat for about 4 months. So an average adult, 10-pound adult, would eat 8 ounces a day, and your 8-week-old puppy is going to eat close to that. So what I recommend is you feed it the 7 to 8 ounces a day when it first goes home, and 2 weeks later you're going to increase that an ounce, so to 8 or 9 ounces, and 2 or 3 weeks later you're going to increase that again. So a 4-month-old puppy could be eating 11 ounces of food a day. And once they are full grown, you need to back off on that amount. So once they're 6 months old, back down to more like 8 ounces. So if your dog weighs 10 pounds, they will eat 8 ounces a day. If you have a larger dog, like maybe a 12 or 15 pound, they may need to eat 9 ounces a day. So the thing also to remember is that when you're done, make sure you wash the dish. You want to treat this as if you would treat raw meat. So if you were cutting up chicken on the counter and you got some of the juice on the counter, you wouldn't just use your hand towel and wipe that off. You would wash it with some kind of disinfectant. You need to do the same when you're feeding this food as well. So wash your hands when you're done, clean up the dish when you're done, and maybe even have specific containers and measuring cups just for your dog's food.